This week on Lazy Boys.
Yeah. I'm super excited about this week's episode.
I am too.
I'm always excited, but this week, I'm even more excited.
As you know, we're big geeks, we're big superhero geeks, and there's a brand new show on Prime called Spider-NOIR.
It's noir.
I know. We are going to be reviewing, not the whole thing, because to be honest, I haven't finished season 1 yet.
No. I want to stick. Yeah. Well, anyways, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about the concept and how it started, but before that, watch this.
We'll see you soon.
When the day is done and I need a good laugh, I tune into Lazy Boys Night on their chosen path. Two mates on the lounge with stories untold, chatting about movies worth more than gold. Food escapades and opinions so true. Just two good fellas seeing life through. Their banter and wisdom, a comforting sound. No pretense, no drama, just solid common ground. These are the channels, the ones I adore, guiding my screen, always wanting more. From shredding guitars to laughter and chat, my favorite YouTube, that's where it's
That's dude. And welcome to Lazy Boys Night.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Pour.
yeah.
Now, I want you guys to notice something. The beer we're pouring is very, very
Noir.
dark. It's noir. The can is noir.
It's very
This is
spider-verse-y noir.
yes, this is the Broken Stick Brewery Lion's Pride Dry Stout. Now, we had to pick a noir beer for
Yep.
Spider-NOIR. And full disclosure, it's room temperature, which we normally don't do, but a stout you can pull off room temperature.
We're gonna try this room temperature. In French, we say temperature tablette.
That's right, as in on the shelf.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cheers.
You know what? It works room temperature. It's interesting though. I don't think I've ever had a dry stout before because the flavor kind of
dissipates right away.
Yeah, well, that's what dry beer does. There's still a little lingering aftertaste, which is good, but it's not as heavy as a regular stout would be because it's dry. So if you enjoy a stout but you don't want something too heavy, give this a try. It's very interesting. Lion's Pride
And
Dry
it's
Stout.
funny because where this beer comes from, if you haven't watched it yet, go see our 5th anniversary special.
We focused on Broken Stick.
We were at
Brewing
Broken
a lot.
Stick, so when we were talking at the end of the episodes that we were done, we're going to go rummaging through the beer fridge. It's a fact, we did, and this is one of the products we brought back, and it's the very first time we try it out.
It's an interesting, good mix.
Well done, Brewmaster Dave.
Well done, Brewmaster Dave. Yes, indeed. All right.
That's so weird.
I know.
man.
I've never had a stout fade like that, but it's
dry stout like that because it's full-bodied stout.
dangerous because I'm gonna drink it so fast.
Damn, man, that's freaking amazing. I don't know what goes into producing something like that, but
Ask Brewmaster Dave.
yeah, we're gonna have to have
All right.
a little one-on-one.
Now, with the noir beer comes the noir spider. Now, what is noir for people who don't speak French? Noir means black.
Yep.
But
So
it
spider
refers
black
to
or spider
it refers to the film
African
genre.
American?
Yes, spider African American. It refers, of course, to the film genre, film noir, which used to be those old black and white detective movies, or as they call them, private eyes back then, or private dicks. Ah! And but before we talk about
Private
the show,
Richards.
Private Richards. Before we actually talk about the show, though, I do want to set it up that this is a Sony production. This is not a Marvel Cinematic Universe production. And it's important because I want to touch a little bit about Spider-Man's relationship with Sony.
And even more so because we have an actual Spider-Man coming out.
Yes.
Very shortly,
yes,
right?
Brand new day.
So we talked about it as well in this episode. Go check it out, right? We talked about the movies, the blockbusters that are coming out in 2026, so go check out that episode as well.
So first, set up with Sony. Before Marvel had its own cinematic universe, they were just a comic book series company. Well, not just, but they were mainly a comic book company. And they would license out their characters to other productions. So Sony owns the licensing rights to Spider-Man and all these
And
Spider
they're not
affiliated.
Nick Go, baby.
No. So the first they did the Tobey Maguire movies.
Yeah.
1 was pretty good. 2 was excellent. 3
Yeah.
was terrible. Then, so the license didn't expire. They had to, because they have to keep doing this.
have to
but
keep
they
producing.
They couldn't do a 4th Tobey movie, so they rebooted with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
1 was okay. 2 was terrible.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. And then Marvel came out, and Marvel had to negotiate with Sony to get the licensing back. So what happened is Sony's relicensing Spider-Man back to Marvel.
It's on loan.
But
it's on
not,
loan.
but not the other characters.
No.
So while
That
Tom Holland's
one
Spider-Man
character.
is back to Marvel, all the spin-offs like Marvel, like Venom, with Tom Hardy.
And Venom, it actually, there's a very specific, there's a niche audience for that.
Yeah,
like it does. It's weird
It
enough.
did 3 movies.
'Cause I saw the first one. I'm not watching the other ones.
They weren't very
And
good.
they're not good, but there's
So-
enough that they made.
This
what,
is
3 or 4
important.
of them?
They made 3 Venoms.
3.
But this is important to establish
You don't
something
have to
here.
do research.
This is important to establish something. So Sony did Venom, they weren't good. They did Kraven the Hunter, wasn't good. They did Morbius, wasn't good. They did Madam Web, wasn't
Horrible.
good. Horrible, in fact.
Horrible.
So Sony
Even
kept
it-
missing the
it's
mark
Horrible.
until they did the animated Into the Spider-Verse.
Ooh.
All of a sudden, Sony hit a freaking jackpot.
Yes.
And then they did the sequel to that, and part 3 hopefully is coming out soon. I don't know when, probably next year. But they hit the jackpot. But one of the interesting things is, in the Spider-Verse films, they brought in other Spider incarnations, including Spider-Noir, voiced by Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
This is what triggered this, because this was Sony's only real success with Spider-Man.
I'm not cutting in because I agree with everything he's saying right now.
And Nick Cage was such a big fan, and dude actually informed me, I didn't know this, Nick Cage actually produced the Spider-Noir show that's on right now. And so far, Spider-Verse has been the only successful, really successful Spider-Man outing for Sony, until maybe this. I want your opinion.
So there's the historical background,
Yes.
folks. So you're up to speed now. So that's what's been going on in the comic book,
in the cinematic universe, yeah.
Transferred over to, and even they've created comic books on this character because he was so popular in those animated movies from Sony, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that Nicolas Cage enjoyed this character, just voicing this character and seeing it animated and thinking like this is the coolest character, and Nicolas Cage is a massive geek, right?
Oh yeah.
He enjoys. I mean, he played. Holy frick! I was gonna say it. He played in 3 different movies, man. The Bike. Come on.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Thank you. How the frick did I?
3, there was just 2 movies.
I thought he did 3.
No.
Oh no.
1
showed
was
up.
great, 2 was terrible.
Yeah, no, sorry, and it wasn't him because Ghost Rider actually showed up in a TV series as well.
In Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Side
it wasn't.
note.
So it's what we do best. We digress. But all of these different things are So that's what I was thinking. The third one. The second one was absolutely horrendous, by the way.
Nick Cage is a big geek. Back in the 90s, he wanted to reboot Superman back then.
Dude.
And there were test screens and everything.
Yes.
It never happened, but they took that test footage and adapted it at the end of the Flash movie, the terrible Flash movie. You actually see Nick Cage as Superman for a few moments.
Dude.
So Nick Cage was finally Superman on screen.
He legitimately didn't even take his actual test footage. He filmed new footage
did he?
for that.
Because it's the same costume and the same bad 90s hair.
They got him back in costume, and he had no idea. Like, they set up with when he saw it in the theater for the first time, it was legitimately for the first time with all the special effects and the CGI. It was the first time that he saw it.
Other side note about how much of a geek he is, his son's name is Kal-El. Kal-El, if you don't know, is Superman's Kryptonian name.
Right away.
Yeah, so he's a big comic book geek, and when he got this character, he got really excited, and he produced this show. First impressions of the show.
So the setup, I gotta set this up a bit because
more setup.
Well,
go ahead.
So about the actual show.
Okay.
So I had seen. If you've been watching the show for a while, you know that I absolutely adore trailers.
Yes.
Right? I judge movies big time on the trailers.
He does. I
I'm
prefer
like
not to
that.
watch them because it
Not so
often
much,
spoils the movies for
right?
me.
But when I saw the trailer, it scared me because I loved the trailer so much.
You got excited.
I got excited, and full disclosure, well, yeah, it's full disclosure because if you've been watching Lazy Boys for a while, the last few years hasn't been like from a cinema point of view for superhero movies.
Superhero fatigue has set in
Yeah,
a
not
lot.
so good, and Marvel kind of lost, and DC kind of lost their way, and anyways, so seeing this and going, oh, am I gonna get fooled where the trailer's awesome and the show is absolute garbage? And I was like debating, going, it looked So when we decided, all three of us, that okay, this is our homework, we're gonna watch at least one episode. The first one, let's watch that.
I've watched the first 4.
So yeah, dude, watch the first 2. I stayed with the first. I listened. So
I couldn't help it.
no,
I
you
went
couldn't
for it.
stop. So first impression,
Yes.
the opening sequence, man, where he's just going through the
Did you see
city
with the trench
with
coat and the
trench
fedora
coat.
hat and he's swinging? Oh, a side
Oh,
note.
wait.
Go.
No, I'm going to say, before it starts, which I did not know, which
Are you talking
blew
about the
my-
selection you can make?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
What the hell?
So, go ahead. You tell them.
You could pick, if you want to watch it in like, what the not Technicolor, there's a
Whatever.
term to use it.
There's a term
if
for the color.
There's a specific template that they use for those colors, those vivid colors, or
Black and
You
white,
can
like
watch
an
it in black
authentic
and-
film noir. Did you watch a color or black and white?
I watched color first.
I watched black and white. I haven't
Shut
switched to
up.
color. I
No.
wanted to get. I have
I
not
know
seen
that.
anything in color. I
Okay.
wanted to see it as a film
Oh.
noir. So to me, everything's black and white.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, that opening sequence,
Yeah.
when he's going through New York, was it the 1940s?
No, it's in the 30s, man, because it's still prohibition.
Oh, yeah, it's prohibition.
Which
and-
means no. What was prohibition?
There's-
Yeah, it's the
20s.
30s. No, the
20s
20s.
into the 30s. Dude, that's what you're doing.
Whatever prohibition was.
You have it there. But it's, let's say, we're going to have to watch more of it. What is it?
1930. There we go.
Okay, so it is in the 30s. But it's New York in the 30s. And there's, again, in the opening sequence, you see New York.
As it looked in the 30s.
Manhattan is like in the
So
1930s.
it
That
doesn't
blew
have
my mind, man.
There
I'm
are
like,
some
what?
skyscrapers, but not that many,
just-
and it's a
it's
lot
not-
more.
oh
and
my
the cars,
God.
and it just
Just the set
Beautiful.
design
Beautiful.
is incredible.
Sony went
Yeah.
all out with the budget for this thing.
Holy frick. Like, first of all, I love period pieces. When they're done well,
Yeah.
I love traveling in time, back in time. And this, just the opening sequence, I'm like, come again. I'm going, you better be good.
They reeled us in.
You better be good. And he's going through his backstory. I'm going, that's brilliant. Because one of the big issues with TV shows and movies now, specifically made by Marvel or DC, is in the movies or the TV shows, the characters tell the audience they treat the audience like a bunch of retards. It's like, by the way, dude, do you remember last week when we had that situation where I had to kill that guy and then we put him in the back of the car? Do you remember that? And you're like, I was there. Why the hell are you giving me this exposition?
Yeah.
Like, just watch the freaking show.
I think the worst side note, just because this triggered something with me. Do you remember when M. Night Shyamalan did the Last Airbender movie? Terrible movie. Don't ever watch it because Avatar: The Last Airbender cartoon series is brilliant.
Fantastic.
But M. Night Shyamalan did a bad movie, and at one point they needed some backstory, and so Uncle Iroh tells Zuko, "As you already know," and he gives
they
the backstory.
use that all the time
And you're
now.
like, what?
As you already know.
All right, we digress.
Okay.
Back to Spider-Noir.
But I love the fact that they set it up right away. It's like, boom. This is the stuff you need to know going
But he
into.
says it as he's a detective, right? He's not Peter Parker. He's Ben Riley, which we'll get
Which
into.
I
Ben
thought
Reilly
was
later.
awesome too. I didn't know that.
But he sets it. He's a detective. So like all these film noir films, it always starts with a detective talking to you about the troubles that hit him when this dame walked into the office. And they do it the same way, but it includes the backstory of Spider-Noir and how he is to where he is now. And he's not a new hero. He's beaten, without giving anything away, he's a beaten up. He's a veteran, beaten up hero who's going through issues.
Okay, so folks, if you haven't seen it yet, there will be some spoilers in this episode.
Yeah.
Because we want to talk about it. If you don't care about spoilers, like I don't care about spoilers. You can spoil the crap of it of any show, any movie. I still want to see
Darth Vader is Luke's father.
What? What?
Bruce Willis is dead in The Sixth Sense.
So, I don't care.
E.T. goes home.
See, that one I didn't know. I thought he got kicked in the head by Chuck Norris.
That was the sequel.
I love that. So, oh man, you just did what I do to you. It's like,
really?
I'm so confused right now. Bravo. Good job. Yeah.
Shrek marries Fiona.
I hope they have kids. So, no, he's okay.
It's like he forgot what he was talking about.
But how did you feel about the opening sequence?
Like you said, the opening sequence really captured me because it really captured the genre of the classic film noirs. I love classic film noirs. I've been, as you know, we both have extensive DVD collections. Whenever I find old gems like the Maltese Falcon and stuff like that,
dude, one of our favorite movies of all time, The Golden Touch.
The Golden Touch, classic black and white
film noir. The Golden Touch. If you've never seen The Golden Touch,
see this episode.
Go check it out. This is the poster right now.
But so they hooked me in, and what I like, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is not spoiling the plot or any kind, but like classic film noir, this is not your typical modern show where bang bang action, bang bang, little plot action. This is a slow driven story.
Yeah,
he's a detective.
Which I love those
and
so
the pacing is not boring by any means. But it's a slower pacing because you're discovering intrigue. And to be honest, other than the opening sequence, you're not actually going to see Spider. He's known as the Spider.
Brilliant.
You're not really going to see the Spider till the end of episode 2.
End-ish.
No,
you see.
No, but I mean as in full action.
Okay, yeah. So you
see flashbacks, but
exactly.
But in proper action, you don't see him till a few episodes in. Before then, it's Ben Reilly, detective, getting caught up in a web. Forgive the pun there. Getting caught up in a web of intrigue, and it's done so freaking well. It's like they're respectful to classic source material genre type stuff.
Dude, the thing that I was constantly waiting to be disappointed. Like I was legitimately going out of my way to deconstruct and destroy and take this thing apart. It was my mission. And every time there's things. So we'll talk about it in the general. So we're not just going to break it down. We're going to talk about the whole thing. But one of my biggest takeaways was at the beginning when Nick Cage is talking and his voice, and I'm going, I don't know if I'm going to like this. So I'm starting.
He has a bit of that accent, that little intercontinental.
Yeah, but he's trying to make it, kind of New York gritty. But I got to a point where there's one specific scene where I'm looking at him and I went, holy shit, it's Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah.
And I went, oh man, now I want to watch any interviews he's done about this show because I'm now convinced he's
totally channeling 100%. The classic film.
I'm getting freaking goosebumps because Humphrey Bogart is one of my favorite actors of all time.
He's a classic for a reason.
And the proper, real 30s, 40s, 50s detective.
Oh, yeah.
It's Humphrey Bogart, man.
He is.
And the fact that he channeled that, if he didn't do it on purpose,
then he just caught the vibe. Yeah.
Dude,
he totally caught the vibe.
Crazy. And as soon as I got that Humphrey Bogart vibe, I was like, I'm sold. Yep, you got me. You horrible person. You got me. I'm now on board because everything I saw, how he developed the character, his cadence, the way he talks, the way he reacts to people, the way he reacts to situations, and going, this is a classic freak. This feels like this movie could have been back in the day.
I will add a little thing to that because I know you've only seen episode 1.
Yeah.
When he actually later on, and he actually becomes the Spider, because he's not known as Spider-Man, he's known as the Spider. He's still got that Bogart vibe, but at the same time, when he puts on the costume, you know how Spider-Man is a wisecracker.
Yeah.
So picture Bogart wisecracking, because that's what happens. He puts those on.
Well, he is super sarcastic.
He is sarcastic, but it really increases when the mask is on. All of a sudden, these little quips and jokes and things like that, little side comments, as Spider-Man has always done.
Yeah. Okay. Stick to episode 1.
Okay. So,
if they enjoy this, we'll talk about
let me ask you. I got caught up. That's why I'm up to episode 4. Were we introduced to Flint Marko in episode 1? You know the Asian lounge singer?
Yes.
What I liked about that is if you've ever read the comic books, Flint Marko is also known as the Sandman. Dude, put up a picture of the Sandman.
Yeah.
Now, the Sandman in classic comic books is always the
green
striped t-shirt and the bad haircut because he was written in the 60s. This one, they made him film noir, and at first I was like, the name sounds familiar. And it's only later did we see in episode 1 he starts sanding out. Yeah, you see in episode 1 he starts sanding out.
Yeah,
I wonder what that looks like in color, because in black and white he just looks like he's got really bad acne, and then people stuck sand.
And even in color, that's what it looks like at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I saw his hands.
Fist. Yeah.
Then I went, holy shit, that's Sandman.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all of a sudden it was like this, whoa, all of this stuff.
I will tell you this, Sandman is not the only classic villain that shows up.
Well, they show how there's this group that were, I guess, infected in a very specific way, and they all got these alternate powers. But one of the, even if when he's in a restaurant and he's talking with a buddy of his, and they're really close, or they were close at one point.
Robbie Robertson.
Yes,
I know.
I'm like. So this version is so
in classic comic books. Robbie Robertson was the assistant editor to the Daily Bugle under Jonah Jameson. In Spider-Noir, he's a reporter.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, this is another classic character.
I'm sure that's the way he started.
Yeah.
But
it's an alternate universe,
right? But even having him being a reporter, I thought was awesome, because you know that when we're reading the comic books, Robbie was already at that high level in media, right?
Yeah.
In news media. So you're going, he started down on like in the streets, man. You this guy was a reporter.
He's a street level investigative reporter, and one of the few people who actually knows Ben Reilly's secret. But it's beautifully played, and I will say,
okay, go ahead.
I like that even though it's film noir, it's still for modern audience. They don't censor the language.
No.
They don't. Not that they drop a lot of violent language, but when a scene calls for them to say they say
Yeah.
You know?
And that side of things, I actually did appreciate it, because I'm happy they didn't go like full, like the boys, like full bad potty mouth kind of thing. It's almost like Lazy Boys Night. We try to contain ourselves, but
every now and then it's called for. Exactly.
So we'll drop it. Oh, didn't realize I was making that pun. But one of the things that these little things, man. So full disclosure again.
That's not your word of the day. Full disclosure.
Full disclosure. It's because I'm freaking out, man. I want to share things. Say, Dude and I are massive Spider-Man geeks. Like, we had the comics back in the day.
Oh my god.
We know these
collection.
characters really well. So to see this alternate universe, but how it's respectful.
Yes, respectful to the source material.
So the respectful
but with
to
the proper
comics,
twist.
And respectful to the genres. I'm like, whoa.
Now, we talked about, you saw a dude get excited about Ben Reilly as opposed to Peter Parker. And a little backstory, in case you don't know, yes, we're big geeks again. At one point in the comic books, was Ben Reilly in the 90s?
Yes.
Sometime in the 90s, the comic books had to reinventing themselves. So all of a sudden, there was a storyline about how there was a clone of Peter Parker who also had spider powers. And he went by the name Ben Reilly because he couldn't be Peter Parker. He got this whole identity. And then at one point, no, it turns out Ben Reilly was the original and Peter Parker was...
Oh my god, it was like this back.
It was just confusing. But at the end, Peter Parker's the original, Ben Reilly disappeared.
So Ben Reilly, the name comes from his uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Right? So it's an amalgamation of two names. And the Reilly part wasn't it the maiden name
Of Aunt May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's his aunt and uncle. So he took his first name and her last name and created his own.
But for
persona.
for Spider-Noir, they didn't make him Peter Parker. They made him Ben Reilly, and it's great because then it sets up his own.
But it's such an awesome callback to unless you know about the whole clone,
which is why we just told you now.
Fiasco that happened in the 90s, this back and forth thing. It's like, what? So if you've ever seen a cover of a comic book, or if you've ever seen, does Ben Reilly actually, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he is. He is in the Spider-Verse. He has the hoodie, the red hoodie with the hood. So the Spider-Gwen character is
also known as Ghost Spider. Yeah,
is loosely based on the Ben Reilly character. Okay, so we're going to digress here.
Yeah, we're off track.
Anyways, that's why I'm geeking out so much, and it's episode 1. I'm picking out, and I went from.
I've seen the first 4. You're going to keep geeking out and geeking out and geeking out.
I was trying to do my best to destroy this thing because I was expecting it to be absolute garbage.
Yeah.
I was expecting Nick Cage's performance to be garbage.
Over the top.
I was expecting, and he's so restrained and just.
Oh, he's focused, committed to the character.
You realize in this movie, TV show
series,
yes, this series. To me, it could have been a movie.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm very happy. It's a series
because it's stretched out and you get more character. It's rich. Right. It's very rich.
Because in a movie, it would have been like bam, 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 bam. Yeah. This is like they can actually have that proper flow. But his comedic delivery. He's a funny guy, man.
Oh yeah.
If you watch a lot of the Nick Cage movies, he has an incredible sense of humor.
What is it? Raising Arizona?
Yeah, this very first his breakout movie. But that sense of humor, that dry wit, comes out. He's gone back to that.
Oh yeah.
Which is it's him, and he's given that, like I said, a Humphrey Bogart twist to it, and they're respecting the era. They're respecting the type of films where this comes from. They're respecting the comic book, the characters. Like
they're respecting the fans.
Dude, I haven't seen something like this. The last time I saw something like this that was as cool was the Penguin. Like the TV show.
Yeah.
But the last time that I was amazed by a show was the Penguin.
The other thing I want to mention about this show is the main villain. I'm trying to remember the actor's name. The character's name is Silvermane. He's played by the actor who played Mad-Eye Moody in the Harry Potter series. What the heck's his name?
I can't remember. Dude, do your thing.
Yeah. Anyways, dude just put his name there. Brendan Gleeson, I think. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, Brendan Gleeson. Basically,
he's doing his best.
He's the mob boss.
Yeah.
And again, Irish mob boss, right?
But Silvermane's an actual character, man.
Is again, they brought over the character.
Yeah, he's an actual character.
And he plays it well, and he plays it chilly. You can see this guy is in control. He likes to stay in control. He plays people. It's beautifully played. He's a very convincing villain with layers. He's not just I'm evil to be evil or I'm greedy because I want to be.
I'm so happy at first when I knew there was going to be a mob boss.
Yeah.
Guess what I thought was going to be there yet again?
The Kingpin.
Exactly. Yeah. And the fact that it wasn't,
no.
They went to another character.
Kingpin belongs to Daredevil. And they're doing a great job of it.
Holy jeez.
We'll talk about Daredevil some other time, but they're doing a great job with Kingpin and Daredevil. This needed its own
thing,
yeah.
That's genius. And the what I found even cooler is that the superpowers, like the ones we do see in episode 1, are so reminiscent of the old comic books. When comic books first started out, and they had like the superheroes with the whatever costumes they'd have, but the bad guys were not as elaborate as they are today. A lot of it was like they're disfigured, or they have these powers, or the whatever. Yeah. So when I first saw the Sandman, I'm going, that is so.
Because before that, he's just a guy in a suit. He's not. Yeah.
It's just like the respect, even the design of the superpowers.
Yeah.
respect the era of the 1930s as well. Like, that's absolute pure genius.
It's so I think you can tell from this that
We kind of like
Jude
it.
and I
We're
thought
like,
it was okay. It was
I'm
okay.
still on the fence. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I
The fence being
enjoyed
about
it.
100 yards behind him
I'm
now.
not sure if I enjoyed it or not. I'm still, I'm sort of debating if I'm going to watch the second one or not.
So
Most
bottom
likely
line,
not, because I'm like, nah.
this show just came out a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and it is totally worth binge watching. I'm gonna give it a full 6-pack.
Holy jeez, I'm giving it a full 6-pack as well.
There you go.
Yeah, this is a proper review, and I'm legitimately excited about a superhero show. I haven't been this excited in literally in years. And again, for me, the fact that I wanted this to be bad, I wanted to destroy it, I wanted to have a rant about how poorly they did.
This
And
show
I
has
kept-
given us hope.
I'm like, hallelujah. I'm like, wow.
So to
Wow,
Nick
wow,
Cage
wow.
and Sony, well done. I can't wait to finish the series.
Nick Cage, this is a message to you.
Subscribe, like and share.
Do that.
Yeah.
Right? Help us out.
Yeah,
We're gonna
especially the share part. Nick
You-
Cage, if you can share this, that would be really
do that
wonderful.
for us, right? Because
Brendan Gleeson, you can share it too.
dude, we fix Hollywood so many times.
have.
It's about
Watch the
time
back
that
episodes,
you
you'll
give
see.
something back
Yeah.
to us. But don't get ready for it. Don't this up. Right? You're on the right path. You got everything down right. Keep doing it that way. And by the way, when you go into Series 2, Season 2, whatever you want to call it, don't make us wait a year, 2 years,
No,
3
no, no,
years.
no.
Get on it ASAP.
Yes.
Because everybody's going to enjoy it. Anybody who enjoys superheroes, comic books, and enjoy the nuances of everything they
Proper
put together,
storytelling.
and you're acting,
No,
dude,
welcome back,
well
Nick.
done.
Welcome
I'm happy
back.
to see you in this role, and
Yeah.
you're doing it really good. It's a great, great show. Oh my God, I love it.
On that note, we'll see you next
Yeah,
Thursday.
we'll see you next time. Cheers, dude.
Cheers, dude.
Boing. Spider-Noir, Spider-Noir. Do what Bye. Have a beautiful time.
So,
That's right. We got something special.
I was going to say, so at
I
the
was just
beginning of the
finishing
show,
up my beer, man.
I know. At the beginning of the show, you saw this little warning that
Yeah.
said, stay tuned, there's something
Oh,
special
yeah.
at the end. We have a little challenge for you.
We do.
In honor of Spider-Man, all things Spider, Spider-Noir, or Spider, Ghost Spider, all these things, we'll be disappearing in a few moments, and we're going to leave this image up here for a little bit. Behind us, in the Dude Den, is a serious montage or hidden Easter eggs of all things Spider-Man.
What was
See if
this
you can find
inspired
them all.
from?
This was inspired from
Cole 80 that sent
Cole 80's
us.
challenge we did a
And
few
what-
weeks ago.
Yeah, and what else?
Excuse me.
Our two most popular...
Which is the Roku City,
Roku City.
Easter egg challenges.
So we threw out in our second, in part 2 of Roku City, we threw an invite to Roku so we could make a Lazy Boys version of that screensaver, right? So what we want to do is we want to give you a little taste. It's not going to be as elaborate, but just for fun, since we talked about Spider-Noir and all fun things about Sony and Spider.
See how many Spider-Man or Spider-Man character references you can find in this background here.
Yeah.
Please leave in the comments how many you find.
Yeah.
And we'll see who can actually I won't tell you how many they are. We won't tell you till later.
No.
But see if you can find all of them.
All right. So you want to get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay.